help oversee federal elections. Mike Johnson's comments threaten our democracy. It is disturbingly clear that the Republican Party, captive to the whims of former President Donald Trump, is setting the stage to once again attempt to overturn a lawful American election. Adhering to the Constitution and the laws that govern the United States is the fundamental duty of every member of Congress. Our legal and moral obligation to defend our democracy should never be stained by election denialism and conspiracy theories. Yet earlier this week, when asked if he would certify the results of the 2024 election, Speaker Mike Johnson said he would do so only if we have a free, fair, and safe election. His implication was as obvious as it was disingenuous: that our election may not be free, fair, and safe, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. The 2024 presidential election is already well underway. Ballots have been sent to U.S. service members and voters living overseas. States have begun mailing absentee ballots, and some have begun early voting. As we begin the process so central and vital to our democracy, Americans should demand the highest ethical standards from our leaders. Unfounded insinuations intended to erode confidence in our election system make a mockery of those standards. As the top Democrat of the Committee on House Administration, I lead my colleagues in conducting oversight of our federal elections. Our committee has held numerous hearings that demonstrate state and local election officials are prepared for November's elections, and protections against potential fraud and election tampering remain strong and highly effective. Unfortunately, Speaker Johnson aims to sow the seeds of doubt, threatening our democracy and eroding voters' confidence in our elections. Speaker Johnson's recent comments are simply his latest effort in a pattern of misinformation and disinformation, questioning the results of an election that has only just begun. The lies being spread by Trump, Speaker Johnson, House Republicans, and extreme right-wing conspiracy theorists about non-citizen voting have been repeatedly debunked. Yet they have persisted in a clear attempt to generate anxiety in the minds of voters and to serve, come November, as the foundation for false claims of election fraud. And Speaker Johnson's record of election denialism and refusing to commit to a peaceful transfer of power dates back to his efforts to overturn the 2020 election, which Trump's own Department of Homeland Security called the most secure in American history. Congress's duty to uphold the will of the people is embedded in the Constitution and federal law. We must defend the sanctity of an American democracy that for 2.5 centuries has defined who we are as a nation. Congress must, in no uncertain terms, ensure January 6, 2025 will not be a repeat of January 6, 2021, as we certify the results of the Electoral College. Every decision we make as elected officials will impact the future of this country, our society, and our communities. This includes how we defend the republic that we are sworn to protect and the freedoms and liberties that we are mandated to uphold. Speaker Johnson has a moral and legal obligation to support the orderly and peaceful transition of government and to ensure every American has confidence that their vote counts. His actions and comments fall well short of meeting this obligation. It is beneath the dignity of his office and betrays his oath as a member of the United States Congress. We are at a critical moment in our nation's history. When historians look back on Trump's big lie, Speaker Johnson's refusal to stand up for our American democracy will loom large. So too will the work of House Democrats to protect the truth and defend our democracy.